Hey, good morning, you guys. I'm feeling kind of good this morning, but I just wanted to like really get a message out because I feel like being a people pleaser would really ruin your life. And I honestly woke up this morning and a lot of times I be mad at myself because of the many times that I allow people to get over on me or take my kindness, as weakness. And I don't regret being a good person because it has blessed me in many ways, in so much ways than I can even think of. So I am very blessed. But being a people pleaser will ruin your life, and you will get to a certain age to where you're going to be bitter and you're going to be angry that you didn't live your life the way that you wanted to. And you have so many people out here that are always that always want to judge other people for how they live their lives or what they choose to do, or um, whether or not how they choose to spend their money, or whether or not they choose to be married or not, whether or not they choose to not be a mother or not be a father or something like that. It's always people out here projecting, their insecurities onto other people because they want them to live the way that they want to live, to make them feel comfortable. And I'm telling you right now, that is not a good way. That will really ruin your life. And I don't want to get to a certain age where I'm going to be like, damn, I should have did this, damn, I should have did that. And I don't mean to go out and do anything crazy or do anything that's um not something that you would normally do. I'm not saying that, but if you have big dreams and you want to make a lot of money and you want to, whatever your dreams are, or whatever you think is going, whatever you view as being successful, I believe that you should do it. And I believe that a lot of more people would be successful if we didn't have so many people um that always want to, project, what they're going through or how they feel about themselves on the other people. And a lot of people be mad at me. Like, I feel like, I honestly feel like, I have a lot of enemies in this world. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people really be mad, especially at women, because they think that women should live their lives a certain way. And I get tired of, people telling me how I should live my life. A lot of times people tell you, oh, women are nothing but, when all women should be in the kitchen cooking, or women just need to have kids, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to, be a stay-at-home mom or something, that's great. And if your husband is taking care of you, but what I'm really trying to, say is that, I do want to be successful in life, and most importantly, I want to be able to, have money to where I can live my life the way that I want to live it. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, I do get tired of living. I do get tired of working a 9 to 5 or whatever, And as y'all know, you know, I'm a home health aide. Um, and I don't know, I if I should be displaying that information or whatever, but I like my job. I do like my job, but I had a little, I wouldn't say altercation, but I had a little, back and forth with my client because my client, she is so used to me giving into her. She's so used to me always saying yeah to her that the one time I said no, she had an attitude with me. She just off the bat was mad at me. And I was thinking to myself like, oh wow, this whole time, you're being nice to me, and you say all these nice things or whatever, but the moment I told her no, her whole attitude switched up. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of people are in today. Like, if you are not a benefit to one, or if you stop being a benefit to someone, if people can no longer use you, then their whole demeanor, their whole attitude just changed, where they don't even want to, be friends with you no more, which is I really don't care, whether or not somebody wants to be friends with me. But it's crazy how the moment that a person cannot benefit from you, their whole attitude just switch up and they start treating you as if you were nothing. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, you gotta put your foot down. And if you don't say no, and if you don't stick up and stand up for yourself, people will be walking all over you. And it's not a way to live your life, because it's gonna make you angry. It's gonna make you bitter, because you're trying to live your life for other people. And I will, and what people should start doing is one thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna write a list. And I'm going to write a small list, and it's not going to be big goals. It's just going to be small goals that I just want to do for myself. Like, I told myself that I was going to stop drinking soda. I haven't had a soda in like 3 days, because I've been doing good with my weight loss. And I know that soda is one of the main things that make me gain weight, especially in my stomach. So I haven't had a soda in 3 days. So, that's a small goal for me. Another small goal is, it could be anything, like, I'm gonna start putting $10 away every time I get paid. And every single week you get paid, you stash away $10, and you let your money add up. That's a small goal. It could be literally anything. Don't set big goals for yourself, because it's gonna be harder to stick to it. So start off with small goals, and it will eventually lead up to you being able to complete big goals. And another thing that I wanted to say is that I suffer from social anxiety. I suffer from anxiety. I suffer from depression. And a lot of my depression, a lot of my anxiety has come from either being physically abused, verbally abused, sexually abused, you know what I'm saying? All the things that I have went through in my past, has gave me anxiety. This is why I am very much alone, and this is why I very much keep to myself, because, to be honest, I just do not trust people at all. I don't trust people, and that includes family. And I never really understood why, but I've suffered a lot of abuse from men in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I've never even dated any of these men. I've never been in a relationship with any man, but I have been very much physically and verbally and sexually abused by men that were either from my family, that were either strangers, or someone that I just was, had started talking to. And I really never understood why I used to have so many men that were jealous of me, that would just hate on me for no reason. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily assuming that somebody that treats me a certain way is jealous of me. But, because, a lot of times, you can just dislike a person. A lot of times a person be like, oh, well, you don't like so-and-so, so you're jealous. I'm like, no, I'm not jealous. That person doesn't have anything that I want. I just don't like them. And I understand that you just have people that just don't like me. But, the one thing about me is that I'm a very quiet person, and I'm very introverted, and I keep to myself. But a lot of times I will find myself getting into situations where there will be a man just giving me the evil eye, just looking me up and down, and, trying to get on my nerves, just trying to harass me for no reason. So I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to being around men. I do not like being around men. They give me the fucking creeps. And I'm not saying that a creeps, they just give me the creeps. I don't like men. And I like my dad. I respect my dad. I love my dad, but a lot of times I don't like men. I just don't, because I have been abused from them in my past, so I don't trust them. I don't think that they have good motives, and I think that majority of the time they're just not nice people. You know what I'm saying? They're not nice. I don't like aggressive energy. I don't like feeling unsafe. I don't like the feeling of just being anxious when I'm around a man. So I try to stay clear of men, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, if I'm in the outside world, I feel like, you know, I cannot avoid being disrespected. I cannot avoid people just trying to come into my personal space. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way that I am. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of times black women, we go through the most. You know what I'm saying? Black women, we go through the most abuse coming from men. And for one reason, men of other ethnicities might feel like they can disrespect black women because they see that our men don't respect us. You know what I'm saying? So how are we even supposed to feel protected when even our own men want to see us dead out here in these streets? You know what I'm saying? With all these, you know, human trafficking cases and women coming up missing. You know, I have to be on guard 24/7. I get tired of living my life looking over my shoulder. You know, that's why I don't believe that, you know, black men really have a hard life or they're just constantly being harassed. And yeah, it does happen. They do face police brutality, but I understand why they face police brutality, because a lot of black men are just not good people. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why, you know, they have the highest, you know, incarceration rate. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know, I feel like a lot of times people fear black men. And that's just what it is. And I'm sorry to say, I don't have a lot of good experience being around black men. So most times I'm on guard when it comes to them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to feel like I have to live my life. I have to fear for my life every single time I leave my house. You know what I'm saying? About what's going to happen to me. You know what I'm saying? It's a very scary thing to be a black woman. And I feel like other races of women don't necessarily have to deal with this. You know what I'm saying? That's why when you see white women, they look all happy and they're always smiling. It's because they don't deal with the shit that black women have to deal with, you know, on a, you know, 24 hours, you know, 24/7. Every single time we leave our house, we feel unsafe. We feel not protected, which is something that, you know, white women do not go through on a regular basis. Because I'm not saying that you don't have white men that are like that, but majority of the times white men are just trying to make money and provide for their wife and their family. But black men, they don't have no business out here in these streets. So the thing that they do is they pick on women, they abuse women, they sexually assault women, you know, they bully women. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry to say that you know, I don't know why people be so stunned when they see that, you know, black women are shy, or that, you know, we keep to ourselves, or a lot of times we come off as standoffish because the shit that we have to go through on a daily freaking basis. I get tired of going through it. You know what I'm saying? But this video has been going on long enough. I will talk to y'all later.